Just checking whether we have actually gone live or not. So, assuming that you guys can see my screen, I'm just starting off with the first question for today. And this is the question you can see on your screen. Right, I guess you guys can see me and I can also see myself now. So this is the first question on your screen, and this is from the CET 2018 paper. And the question here is talking about in the following number series. In the following question, the number series is given. Only one number is wrong, which doesn't fit in the series. Find out the wrong number. That's the question. So we will do this one question at a time, and you should take not more than 30 odd seconds to or 30-45 seconds to do this. So my timer has started now for the first question, and you can try to solve this and try to see what's happening. A little bit of a piece of advice for you when you talk about these kind of questions. When you're trying to solve these number series kind of questions, your focus has to be on trying to identify what structure is the series built on. So typical structures, as I've mentioned to you earlier, and series questions are very important in CET Maharashtra because 5-6 questions daily, every paper, every year, 5 to 6 questions in your QA section, QA-DI section जो होता है CET महाराष्ट्र का, उस सेक्शन में 5 to 6 questions every year आते हैं, और इन questions को अगर master कर सकते हो तो it can make a big difference to your scores. So typically the scanning that you do of these series involve first looking at additions, subtraction, some kind of series in additions, some kind of series in subtractions, and addition subtraction based series basically addition subtraction based series basically would always be built around would always be built around some I mean they are more or less complementary to each other, because if you're looking at let's say just checking whether you can see the whole screen. Right, so if you can if you think about a series, let's say like 3, 5, 7, 9, going from left to right, it's an addition. Then on the reverse format, on the reverse side, the same series becomes 9, 7, 5, 3, etc. So left to right series देखो या right to left series देखो, तो more or less दोनों series एक दूसरे का opposite ही रहता है. तो when you talk about series and additions or series and subtractions, then so addition subtraction series more or less are similar to each other, right? So if you are talking about series and additions or series and subtractions. So when you the kind of series you look at is a progressive addition or a progressive subtraction. So for example, you can have a series where there's a +3, then a +5, then a +7, then a +9 between terms. So as you can see, if I give you a series like 5, 8, 13, 20, 29, you can see that that pattern is happening here. +3, +5, +7, +9 and so on. So if you want to guess the next term here is going to be +11 from 29, and that will be 40. So this is a progressive addition subtraction series. Sometimes you can also have a progressive addition series like +1 followed by +4 followed by +9 followed by +16, where we are basically adding squares directly one after the other. In these kind of series, you're basically adding squares one after the other. So if you have a series like 5, 6, 10, 19, 35 and so on, you should be able to spot that basically this is a progressive addition of consecutive squares. So when you're talking about these series of additions and series of subtractions, when you're talking about addition series and subtraction series, you should also try to look for whether there is a square involved, a cube involved, a series of squares, a series of cubes. These kind of series also you should look for. And then you have, of course, apart from addition subtraction series, you also have multiplication and division series. तो मल्टीप्लिकेशन सीरीज क्या होता है? मल्टीप्लिकेशन सीरीज में कंसेक्यूटिव मल्टीप्लिकेशन होता है, and of course multiplication series by itself is nothing but a GP. So if I give you 5, 10, 20, 40, this is a GP basically. So this is very elementary. लेकिन अगर 5, 10, 30, 120 टाइप का सीरीज मैंने दिया, तो यहाँ पे you should spot that I have done an into 2 followed by an into 3 followed by an into 4. So there's a progressive multiplication happening here between one term to the next. So these are things that you check for. And then apart from multiplication series and division series and addition subtraction series, you can have a mixture. You can have a mixture of additions and multiplications, for instance. So if you have a series like 5, 11, 35, 143, etc., the logic of this series is into 2 plus 1 for the first number. So 5 into 2 plus 1 is 11, into 3 plus 2 for the next number. So 11 into 3 plus 2 is 35, into 4 plus 3 for the next number. So you have to have a checklist when you want to improve your ability to think in these questions. You have to try to build a checklist of what you look for. तो यहाँ पे अगर सीरीज देखो और essentially ये जो मिसिंग टर्म सीरीज रॉन्ग टर्म सीरीज वाला होता है, उसमें एक टर्म गलत होता है. तो ये अगर तुम देखो यहाँ पे, तो what is happening is 205, 209 to 206. There's a -3 first of all. Then 206 to 202, 206 to 202 is a -4. Now the problem is if 206 is wrong, both these starting values of subtraction are incorrect. So you have to try to see, you have to try to assume that what if 209 was wrong? Then what if 202 was wrong? So the issue that happens is if 209 is wrong, if 206 is wrong for example, तो आगे के subtraction में तुमको कोई pattern दिखेगा. You'll see how subtraction, this part of the series will be right. Instead of 206 being wrong, suppose 202 wrong है. Suppose 202 wrong है. तो भी आगे में तुमको पैटर्न दिखेगा और पीछे में कुछ पैटर्न दिखेगा between 209 to 206 and what 202 should have happened, should have been. And suppose 175 is wrong. ये वाला अगर wrong है तब तुमको स्टार्टिंग में पैटर्न दिखेगा. तो स्टार्टिंग 2-3 चेंजेस में you should be able to identify the pattern. So you have to take every number in such questions with a pinch of salt. So 206 to 202 is -4. 202 to 192 is -10. Then there's a -17. And then there's a -26 from 175 to 149. And then there is a -37. So you have to try to make sense of what's happening. तो इन नंबर्स को अगर देखोगे, इस पार्ट को, सपोज हम ये मान के चलते हैं कि 206 इनकरेक्ट है, राइट? तो इस पार्ट्स को देखोगे तो ये दोनों जो सबट्रैक्शन दिख रहा है, ये -4 भी इनकरेक्ट होगा. अगर 206 इनकरेक्ट है तो ये -4 भी इनकरेक्ट होगा और ये -3 भी इनकरेक्ट होगा, राइट? दैट्स हाउ यू स्टार्ट थिंकिंग इन दिस क्वेश्चन. और अगर इन चारों को देखोगे, 10 is 3 square plus 1. 17 is 4 square plus 1. 26 is 5 square plus 1. And 37 is 6 square plus 1. You have to have the squares and the adjacent values in your head. तो 10, 17, 26, 37 देख के ये दिख रहा है और ऐसे भी एक इस एंगल से दिख रहा है. तो बेसिकली यहाँ पे इस लॉजिक से इसमें सब्ट्रैक्शन 2 स्क्वायर प्लस 1 होना चाहिए. दैट मीन्स यहाँ पे -5 होना चाहिए. और -5 होने के लिए अगर 202 करेक्ट है तो 207 ही आएगा. और उस पॉइंट पे ये 1 स्क्वायर 1 स्क्वायर प्लस 1 से ये करेक्ट हो जाता है. तो देन यू रियलाइज कि ओके 206 इज द रॉन्ग आंसर हियर एंड दैट 206 शुड एक्चुअली बी रिप्लेस्ड विद 207. So the correct answer in this question is option C, which is 206. So the other thing you could have also seen instead of that is that if you look at -10 to -17, there's a progressive subtraction of something extra, -9 here, and -17 to -26 is -9, and -26 to -37 is -11. So there should be a -5 here before the -10. So -5 घटने के बाद -10 हो रहा है, तो ये -5 होना चाहिए. और यहाँ पे तुम -3 एक्सपेक्ट करोगे और इसके डिफरेंस में तब तुमको -2 मिलेगा. तो उससे भी हम 207 मिल जाएगा. इवन इफ यू कांट स्पॉट द स्क्वायर्स, if you can spot this, let me show this to you on a paint window. अगर स्क्वायर नहीं भी स्पॉट होता है तुमसे और तुम इसको अगर एक थॉट पे करते हो, कुछ 209, 206, 202, 192, 175, 149, and 112. तो ये अगर देखोगे तो ये -10 है, ये -17 है, this is -26 and this is -37. So you can see a clear unchanged series here where the drop is consecutively increasing by -7 and -9 and then -11. So if you want to look at what this minus is, you realize that there should be a -5 here to get to -10. So that means this should be a -5 and that would be 207 then. और then there'll be a -2 here और -2 से -3 drop होके -5 जाएगा. So as I was telling you, you also have the option of looking at this series opposite. So instead of looking in this direction, तुम इस डायरेक्शन में भी देख सकते हो. तो keep that option also open. कि 112 अगर पहला नंबर है और 149 दूसरा नंबर है, तो ये +37 हो रहा है. I'm just inverting the series. As I said, every addition series can be looked at as a subtraction series. तो ये +37 हो रहा है और उसके बाद 175 है, तो ये +26 हो रहा है. और 175 के बाद 192 है, तो ये +17 हो रहा है. So you can see that there's a drop in the addition by 11 first, then 9. So just because the series is given in subtraction form does not mean कि तुमको जबरदस्ती subtraction में ही करना पड़ेगा उसको. You have the option of going through additions also there. ठीक है, let's move to the next question then. Let's try to move to the next question of this exam. This is the 2018 CET paper. This is the next question जिसका आंसर देना है हम लोग को. और again, be open to looking at this from both sides, left to right and right to left. Because what will happen अगर दोनों साइड से तुम देखते हो तो एडवांटेज क्या होगा कि looking from left to right में you will get देखो suppose इस तरह क्वेश्चन में let's say 6-7 नंबर दिए हुए हैं. Let's go back to this paint window. Suppose there are 6-7 numbers given to you in this kind of a situation. And that 7th number is wrong, let's say. The 5th number is wrong, let's say. ये नंबर अगर रॉन्ग है तो क्या होगा कि यहां पे तुमको सब कुछ परफेक्ट मिलेगा. यू विल सी अ पैटर्न. उल्टा अगर देखोगे तो फर्स्ट दोनों केस में, फर्स्ट से सेकंड में तो ठीक है, सेकंड टू थर्ड में पैटर्न डिस्टर्ब हो जाएगा और थर्ड टू फोर्थ में भी पैटर्न डिस्टर्ब हो जाएगा. But suppose the mistake was in this number and this was okay. Let's say the mistake was here. तब तुम अगर इस तरह से देख रहे हो तो तुमको राइट साइड वाला पार्ट जो है that will appear this thing. इसके बाद जाने के बाद ठीक दिखेगा. तो पहले दो वैल्यूज जो हैं ये गलत मिलेगा और ये गलत मिलेगा. आगे जो चेंजेस हैं वो सही मिलेंगे. तो अगर पैटर्न ऑफ द सीरीज इज सच दैट द सेकंड नंबर इटसेल्फ इज रॉन्ग, तो लुकिंग फ्रॉम द राइट विल मेक इट बेनिफिशियल फॉर यू. सो यू शुड बी रेडी टू लुक फ्रॉम द लेफ्ट एज वेल एज लुक फ्रॉम द राइट फॉर ईच क्वेश्चन. तो इसको अगर मैं लेफ्ट से देख रहा हूँ तो 444 to 220, there's very clearly a division relationship here. And I can see a divide by 2, minus 2 situation. And when I look at 210 to 108, it's again a divide by 2, minus 2. 220 divided by 2 is 110, minus 2 is 108. And 108 to 54 is again divide by 2, minus 2. Right? And 52 to 24 is again divide by 2, minus 2. Right? And then 24 divide by 2, minus 2. 24 divided by 2 minus 2 takes me to 10 and not 12. And hence 12 is the wrong answer here. So you could see this कि इसको हम लोग लेफ्ट टू राइट देख रहे हैं तो बहुत आसान है. बट मान लो ये क्वेश्चन अगर हम लोग को 312 इस फॉर्म में दिया रहता, ये क्वेश्चन अगर हमको 312 24 52 108 220 444 इस फॉर्म में अगर दिया रहता ये क्वेश्चन, 12 इज द रॉन्ग आंसर नया हेयर. सो इस फॉर्म में अगर दिया रहता ये क्वेश्चन, if the question was in this form, so what would happen is 3 to 12 you will see an into 4, 12 to 24 you will see an into 2, and 24 to 52 you will see an into 2 plus 4, and 52 to 108 you will see an into 2 plus 4, and 108 to 220 you will see an into 2 plus 4. तो क्या होगा इस केस में, your starting values will become difficult to rationalize और तुम्हारा स्टार्टिंग पैटर्न गलत दिखने लगेगा. ठीक है ना. तो इसलिए यू हैव टू बी ओपन टू बोथ साइड्स, लेफ्ट टू राइट देखना और राइट टू लेफ्ट देखना दोनों. तो यहाँ पे 12 इज द रॉन्ग आंसर because as we can clearly see that the next value should have been 10 here. So the correct answer here is option C. If you look at question 3 now, can you try to make out what's going to happen in this? Arbas, I think I'm okay on network now. So again, going from left to right, 1 to 18 does not give you any sense. And 18 to 120 also does not seem to be any sense. But if you look at this part, 120 to 960, there's an into 8 there. And 960 to 5760, you can see a multiplication of into 6. And 5760 to 23040, you can again see a multiplication of into 4. And यहाँ पे you can again see a into 2. So only when you hit the zone of the right numbers do you actually get to see the logic. अगर right numbers का zone नहीं hit करते हो तो logic तुमको उतना आराम से दिखता नहीं है. तो इस क्वेश्चन में there is a chance of you to be confused on the first 3 terms. There's definitely going to be a confusion in the first 3 terms. Now, तो 18 गलत है, 120 गलत है, क्या गलत है, we can't see that. ये क्या होना चाहिए. लेकिन अगर उल्टा हो गए 46080, if you come back opposite, you can see 46080 becomes 23040. You can clearly see that there's a division by 2 pattern here. And 23040 becomes 5760. You can clearly see there's a division by 4. So there's a progressive division being used here. 5760 becomes 960. You can see there is a division by 6. And 960 becomes 120. That's clearly a division by 8. And 120 becomes 18, and that pattern is obviously disturbed because the next thing I expect here, after having seen these 4 progressive divisions, the next thing I expect here is division by 10. That's what my expectation is for the next value, right? और ये value जब मैं देखूंगा तो clearly 120 divided by 10 12 आना चाहिए, not 18. So this is where the mistake is, and the number 18 is clearly incorrect. This number 18 is clearly incorrect, and hence the correct answer in this question will indeed become 18. So option E is right here. That's the third question. Fourth question देखते हैं. So key point here is in these sets, in these kind of questions, basically to be able to look from the left and right, and also from the right and left. So if you look at the next question here, 6, 4, 5, 8.5, 18, 55, 139. Now, apparently does not make any sense, but there's no consistent subtraction. There does not seem to be a series of subtractions. There does not seem to be a series of additions or multiplications. So you try to look for a mixture of things. तो एक क्लू यहाँ से मिल सकता है कि 4 का 5 और 5 का 8.5 तुमको into 1 plus 1 and into 1.5 plus 1, say 4 will become 5, and 5 into 1.5 plus 1 becomes 8.5, and 8.5 into 2 plus 1 becomes 18. So basically what's happening is this number into 1 into 1.5 into 2, this number is taking a series form. So the first number will be 6 into 0.5 plus 1, which has to be 4. So that also makes sense, because this 0.5, this series of multipliers that is getting built here, one after the other, is something that you can clearly see. So इस लॉजिक से जाओगे तो नेक्स्ट नंबर इंटू 2 plus 1 के बाद 18 के बाद अगला नंबर तुम्हारा इंटू 2.5 plus 1 होना चाहिए. So 18 का 2.5 times becomes 45. So 18 into 2.5 plus 1 becomes 45 plus 1, 46. And with 46 into 3 plus 1 makes sense at 139. So clearly the incorrect number here is 46 is not there in our series. That 46 के बदले यहाँ 55 आ गया है, तो इसलिए यहाँ पे गलत नंबर जो है वो 55 है, और ऑप्शन डी राइट आंसर है. राइट और इसको देखो, अगर ये सीरीज तुमको उल्टे फॉर्म में दिया रहता 139. So this is a very key skill in these questions, to reverse the series and check. अगर इस सीरीज में दिया, इस फॉर्म में दिया रहता तो तुमको going back there was no chance of you seeing this, because सबसे पहले दूसरा नंबर ही गलत है. Obviously स्टार्ट में इन दोनों का डिफरेंस देखोगे तुम, और यहाँ से जब स्टार्ट करोगे तो you will not be able to make sense of what's happening, right? तो तो इसलिए हमेशा ये सीरीज अगर इस फॉर्म में होता, उल्टे फॉर्म में होता, तो यू विल नॉट गेट द आंसर एट ऑल. So always keep track or be ready to actually invert the series. That's the big message from here. Because अगर ये 46 से replace कर दूँ तो ये series जो है when you're going from left to right in this series, when you're going from here to right in the modified series, that means right to left in this series. इस सीरीज में अगर इस ऑर्डर में जा रहे हो राइट टू लेफ्ट, तो ऊपर वाले सीरीज में तो क्वेश्चन के ओरिजिनल सीरीज में अगर राइट टू लेफ्ट जा रहे हो तो 139 से 55 का सेंस नहीं बनेगा, लेकिन 139 से 46 का सेंस इज -1 डिवाइड बाय 3 एंड 46 से 18 का सेंस इज -1 डिवाइड बाय 2.5 एंड 18.5 से 8.5 इज -1 डिवाइड बाय 2 एंड 8.5 से 5 इज -1 divided by 1.5, -1 divided by 1, right? And -1 divided by 0.5. So ये series बनेगा. So always be ready. I mean, there's always a series going either way. And that's the big learning from you from this session. So I'll come back with the next two series in my next class, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. The next two questions here. Just before I wind up, I just wanted to remind you about Unacademy Plus, and I am available on Unacademy Plus. You know my name, Arun Sharma, and I am a author with McGraw-Hill. My books on CAT are the #1 sellers in India for the last 20 odd years. And on Unacademy Plus, I am available with my courses on DI and LR, and also my problem solving based courses. हेमंत improve करना पड़ेगा scores, 55 से नहीं चलेगा. Also my problem solving based courses on